Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive. We always try to bring you thought-provoking stuff here, and today is no exception. We're going to be diving into this really interesting connection between self-mastery, that ability to really steer your own life, and the concept of privilege, those advantages some folks just kind of start out with in society.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Like, these two things might seem totally separate at first glance, but we're going to peel back the layers and see how intertwined they really are.
Exactly. And for our listeners who love getting to the core of complex topics, we've dug deep to find some pretty surprising insights and some head-scratching questions about how privilege actually shapes how we even develop self-mastery.
It's not just about having more opportunity.
Right.
It goes even deeper than that, influencing how we see self-mastery, how we value it, and the ethical dilemmas that come up when we consider both.
So before we get too far, let's make sure we're all on the same page. When we say self-mastery, what do we actually mean? Like, what's the psychological definition?
Great question. From a psychological perspective, you can think of self-mastery as that ability to regulate yourself. It's about being able to manage your thoughts and emotions and direct your behaviors in a way that helps you achieve your goals and just generally live a more fulfilling life.
Okay, so it's kind of like being the captain of your own ship, right?
Exactly. Steering the course of your own life. You'll often hear terms like self-control, self-discipline, and self-regulation used kind of interchangeably with self-mastery, and they all play a part in this bigger concept.
Makes sense. And then there's privilege, which is a word we hear tossed around a lot these days. What's the sociological definition of that?
So privilege, from a sociological standpoint, refers to the unearned advantages and benefits that individuals receive simply because they belong to specific social groups. It's not about what you've accomplished personally. It's more about the inherent advantages you get based on things like your race, gender, social class, sexual orientation, or ability status.
So it's like an invisible head start in the game of life, basically.
You could say that.
Yeah.
It's about the societal structures and norms that create an uneven playing field, giving some groups a leg up while others face systemic barriers.
Gotcha. So the mission of our deep dive today is to unpack how privilege and self-mastery are connected. We're going to explore how privilege impacts people's actual experiences with developing self-mastery, how it colors their perception of it, and the really tricky ethical considerations that pop up when you consider both.
Exactly. We're tackling this fundamental question. Is self-mastery a universally attainable goal? Or is it heavily shaped by the social advantages or disadvantages you were born into?
Right, because on the surface, self-mastery sounds like this individualistic pursuit, like it's all about your own willpower and grit. But it sounds like there's a lot more to the story.
There is. Let's start by delving deeper into the definitions of self-mastery and self-control.
All right, so when we talk